This is Crazy John. I'm here at the Comedy Zone tonight with our headliner, Lord Carrett, and our feature act, Mike Stork. Mike and Lord, maybe you could tell us about how long you've been doing comedy, and also tell us where you're from.
Actually, we should talk about where we met. We're old friends. We actually
that'd be good.
met when we were competing against one another in the Richard Gere Taste-Alike contest.
Yeah.
I am the 3-time winner. Mike's a little bit out of shape about that, but
yeah. I had a dummy gerbil. I was kind of cheating.
Yeah.
You called me out on it. Yeah.
Okay.
To tell you the truth, I never wanted to be a comedian. I mean, since I was a little boy, I always wanted to be a gigolo, and I could have lived that dream if the rest of you guys would quit giving it away.
Well,
it's hard to compete with free, no matter how good your product is.
Yeah.
That's in our nature, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Trying to think. We met in Jackson, Mississippi.
Yeah.
I don't know if you heard I mentioned that.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. We were working together in Jackson, Mississippi, and I had heard about Lord through Mark Voice, who's a Baltimore comedian. When I was first starting out, Mark Voice was one of the older guys that everybody kind of like looked up to and stuff. And Mark had mentioned Lord like a bunch of times, and Blaine also. And so that was the first time that I actually not only got to see him, but got to work with him. And I was like, damn, he's funny. So we just kind of hit it off and became friends. And it's been like 3 years now, I think. And then this is like the first time we've gotten to work together again. So.
Yeah, it's funny, when you're comics, you don't see each other for like 10 years, but when you see each other again, it's like you never let off for a day. You're right back with the same jokes and things. You have to have a good memory to be a comic, so you pick right up where you left off, kind of.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of your jokes, who are both of you guys' influences, and how would you describe your comedy?
I'd say my #1 influence has got to be Bugs Bunny, because, like Bugs, I'm sarcastic, I'm subversive, and I like to dress in drag and kiss hunters on the mouth. Which is not a joke I'm comfortable telling in a frilly shirt. Makes it sound a little less like a joke. Comedy Zone is in the background, so hopefully that'll offset it.
Yeah, the hair kind of throws it a little bit. Yeah, I don't know that I don't really think I had any influences. I was never like a fan of stand-up before I started doing it. I was more a fan of sketch comedy. I think that's one of the reasons. Like, my stuff is kind of more. I guess I'm trying to paint like a scene, like in the minds of the audience, you know. The only comics that I think I ever listened to before I started doing it was Emo Phillips and Stephen Wright, who are
amazing comics.
Yeah, great joke writers.
Yeah.
And that's one of the reasons I think that he and Lord and I hit it off so well, is because the comics that I respect the most and that I appreciate are the joke writers. Like, it's the idea. Like, somebody can have like good showmanship, but there's like no substance to it, and it doesn't do it for me. But somebody has like a good idea that's funny. That's what.
Yeah, and Emo consistently just amazing joke after amazing joke.
Yeah, brilliant, and it's condensed.
So if people wanted to find out more about you guys, maybe there's some MySpaces or your websites you could plug that people could find out more about.
Mike's website is
www.mikestork.com. STORK.
But if you misspell it, you'll still get there.
Yeah.
He thinks of everything. Mine is Lord of Laughs, spelled just as God intended, LAUGHS. And there's an impossibly hard rock and roll trivia game, and a Pompadour page, and of course my schedule.
That's great. And
bitchin' artwork.
Yeah, what are you waiting for? Go to the websites.
Now, do you guys have any MySpace too, or just regular?
Of course.
Yep. Mine's myspace.com / is it backslash or forward slash? Mike Stork, MikeStorck.
And go to Lord of Laughs. You can get to the MySpace page with a click.
Yeah.
Now, you guys have both been doing comedy a while. Any advice you'd have for upcoming comics?
Steal material.
Steal Emo's jokes. They're the best.
We will cut you. You go first.
Probably just the opposite of what Mike said. That's not surprising. Got to find your own thing.
I'd expect you, along with stealing, to tell people not to get up and do it, because those are usually the two most offered things, to get up and do it and not steal comedy. So
it's very addictive. If you try it, you'll probably get sucked in. That's what happened with us. So. You're better off leaving it alone, kids, and don't do drugs either.
Yeah.
Well, thanks both of you for letting me give you a quick interview, and hopefully people get out to your websites, check you out, and catch a live show with you guys.
Thanks, John.
Awesome.
Good luck
Thank
with
you.
Osh Radio.